What's up guys, Matwire back here with another video, and today I'm going to be painting the calipers on my BMW 428i F33. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like my videos, go ahead and give them a thumbs up if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing to my channel. Let's get right into it. So in previous videos, I have told you guys how I wanted to paint my brake calipers red to kind of go with my interior and just kind of make the brake calipers pop a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do for you guys today. All right, so since I don't have an impact gun, I'm gonna have to use this old school T-bar right here. But you're gonna want to loosen the bolts on your wheels if you're doing it this way before you jack it up, because if you jack it up, if it's rear-wheel drive, that front tire is just going to continue to spin. Whether it's in park, whether you have the emergency brake on, doesn't matter. So loosen the bolts before you jack it up. So now that the bolts are loose, I'm going to go ahead and jack up the car. So I do not have the appropriate jack stands or 4 jack stands in that case to put my car on jack stands. So we're just going to go one at a time. But if you do have the appropriate jack stands, obviously you can put your car on all 4 jack stands and get it done a lot easier. This way it's probably going to be a little more time consuming, but we're going to make it work. Once you have the car jacked up, you can go ahead and remove the bolts and remove the tire as well. All right guys, so now that we have the wheel off, as you can see, there's a lot of rust here and also on the brake caliper. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of clean that up. But you're definitely going to want to clean the brake caliper regardless if you have rust or not, just to get all the brake dust and everything off of it before we apply the acetone. Thanks, babe. She brought me a beer. All right guys, so once you've successfully cleaned off the brake, and like here behind my wheel is kind of rusty, that's optional if you want to clean it off. Obviously it's here and I'm cleaning my brake, so why not clean that? But once you're done cleaning those 2 things, the next step is going to be to get a paper towel, put some acetone on it, and then you're going to want to put some acetone on the brake caliper before you apply the primer. You might want to use some gloves. I don't know. Danger. I would just use some gloves, but I don't have any, so let's keep going. You know what? Let me go get some. All right. So these are the only gloves I could find. Couldn't find any rubber gloves in the house, so it's gonna have to do. All right guys, so the next step is going to be to put some plastic all around your wheel well area, and only expose the brake caliper, which you want to paint, so that way you're not getting paint anywhere else. So what I did was just bought some masking plastic with some masking tape or painter's tape, and that's what I'm going to use. So as you guys can see, I kind of just ripped a hole in the bag and then kind of fed it around the brake caliper, just so that way everything is covered that needs to be covered, but nothing else will be spray painted besides the brake caliper. And so once you have the plastic over your car and the brake caliper is exposed and you've already done the acetone, the first step is going to be to put primer on it. So let me go ahead and do that. And something I forgot to mention, the primer, make sure it's the high heat primer. Obviously your brake caliper gets very hot, so anything besides high heat won't work properly. So I'm gonna let that sit and dry, and then I'm gonna add a couple of more coats of primer before I put on the spray paint. So it looks like that's nice and dry, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply the second coat. All right, guys, so the third coat of the primer has been done, and it's dry. So now what I'm gonna do is start applying the caliper paint. I went with red, obviously. So once again, make sure it is the high heat caliper paint that you're using. And once again, I'm gonna go ahead and put 3 coats of this as well. So one thing I do want to point out, since I've been working on it, just make sure you're getting every angle, because I've worked on like the second and third coat, you know, on what I can see. But like if you go underneath, or like if you go like back here in these areas back here, there's still some parts where you can see like the gray primer. So just really make sure you're getting every angle when you're doing your coats. But with that being said, after the last coat of paint is dry, I also bought some high gloss temperature paint as well. So obviously this withstands up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. So after I'm done with my 3 coats of the red, I'm gonna go ahead and put this gloss on there, 3 coats of that as well, so it gives it a little bit of shine. So here is the first coat of the gloss. So after you put 3 coats of the gloss spray paint on, you should be good once it's dry. Let me just show you guys the difference, because it does make a difference. It makes it a lot more shiny, as you can see. So it looks like the paint is still wet, but it's not. That's just the gloss. So I would definitely recommend, if you ever do this, to get the gloss as well, because it does make it look shiny and makes it look finished, you know. So once you are done with that, put the wheel back on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do that and show you guys what it looks like with the wheel back on. So just like the beginning, when you're loosening the bolts, you want to make sure you you want to make sure you lower your vehicle so the wheel's on the floor. Same thing when you're putting the bolts back in, lower it, make sure your wheel's on the floor, so that way you can get the correct torque. All right, guys, so the wheel's back on, so let me give you guys a closer look. So I'm really happy with how it came out. Looks very good. Like I said, the gloss makes it look like it's still wet and shiny, which I love. I did get a little bit of paint right here on the rotor. Not too worried about that, because when I use the brakes, that'll rub off of the rotor. So not a huge deal, but besides that, this rotor looks great, I think. All right, guys, so once you're done with that one, it's literally the same exact steps all the way around. So I'll go ahead and record the next wheel I'm gonna do, which is the driver's side in the front. So I'll go ahead and record that one and just kind of speed through everything, fast forward, so you guys can just see it from start to end, and then I'll do the other ones as well. Alright, so as you guys just saw, I did the whole process for you guys and sped it up. So now I'm going to complete the back brake calipers off camera, and then at the end I will show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, just like that, I finished all 4 of them. It took me a long time. I was probably out here for like 5-6 hours, just for the simple fact that I don't have, like I said in the beginning, the proper jack stands. So I couldn't put my car on jack stands, so I literally had to go one by one doing each brake caliper. So it just took a very long time. So with that being said, let me go ahead and show you guys what all the brake calipers look like.
Zuzi on the track.
Alright guys, so as you just saw, all the brake calipers look really good in my opinion. The red does make it pop a little more, makes it look a little better, and it does match the red accents, such as my interior and the red V-bars in the front of my vehicle. And just like that, that wraps up today's video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. It helps me out tremendously. And also let me know in the comments what you guys think about the brake calipers. And just like that, I'll see you guys with the next video. Peace.
Are we gonna play now? Ready for the show? I'm about to take down, you already know. Get the fuck out of my face now, yeah, you gotta go. Man, I'm on the chase now.